inspired me to make this video is because I've just started this YouTube channel, the one you're watching me on. And I have not received support once again. Like, guys, I started posting on TikTok 1 year ago and people followed me, but only after finding my account because I blocked everyone. And so I unblocked them after I got to like maybe 3,000 or like 2,000. Then they started to follow, or my family started following me. Or I'd see them in person and they'd be like, oh, you blocked me. And I'm like, how'd you know? And they said someone showed me your videos. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me unblock you now and follow you and we can follow each other. So people did not support me at the start because they didn't know I was posting. However, some people did know. Some of my friends did know, and I still don't feel like I got supported. Now, the thing is though, okay, before I'm gonna get off track, let me just continue telling you where I got this idea from to do this video. So I was just thinking about how nobody supported me when I first started posting on TikTok 1 year ago. When I started posting on Instagram 3 months ago, a couple of people followed me, a couple of people supported. It was a bit more this time though. And I've noticed that once you kind of already show people that you can succeed at something, then they'll be more willing to support the next time around. But some people would just like occasionally like one of my vids. So I'd see that they saw I had started an Instagram, but they didn't follow. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not surprised. And then I recently started this YouTube. And I sent my video to somebody and or to a couple of people, right? I just didn't get the response I was kind of looking for, or like I had to kind of ask, what do you think about the vid? Because they kind of just ignored the video link and just kind of just carried on the conversation. So I had to ask, like, what do you think? And then they told me what they thought of it. Oh, I watched it and this is what I thought. Or like, oh, like, yeah, it was good. But I had to ask. It's like they thought I already knew what they were thinking. I'm just seeing a pattern of people. And I don't think it's a malicious thing because these people are close to me, right? But I just see a pattern of people in my life already assuming that I know that I'm doing well, already assuming that I've got the support that they can give. And they would be wrong. They would be very much mistaken, because if everybody's already assuming that, then where would the support come from? And I was just thinking about that when I was on the toilet. And that's actually where I get a lot of my video ideas, in the toilet, in the bath, in dreams. Like, guys, I'm a bit weird in that sense. I was just there thinking, and I was just feeling a bit down because I was like, I wish I got a bit more support for the launch of this YouTube channel. And I don't feel like I got that. But then I was like, am I used to this? Yeah. So I don't feel too bad because I've got myself and God's got me. So I still feel cool. Like, I feel like, okay, like this is how I've always felt. I don't feel different from any feeling that I felt before, because I've always felt like I haven't been supported, like I haven't been worried about in a concerned way of like, is Lynette okay? I don't feel like people think of me as somebody who's in need of emotional support or help. I don't really know what it is, guys, because even people that know me, they do not assume that I would need support. And I have to initiate these conversations to maybe get the support. And I'm like, is this normal? Is this something that people normally do? Do you have to take that initiative to reach out and be like, oh, I would like you to support me on this. I would like you to repost my videos if you can. But if that's normal, I'm just not going to do that, because it's not something that I'm used to doing. When you're seen as the strong friend, you get used to being your own backbone. And so when you don't get support, you're used to it. For example, when I started posting, I even made a video where I was saying like, I don't think your friends need to support you, because if it was meant to be, you'll get there with or without their support. And all of them liked that video, by the way. They all liked it. In hindsight, I feel like I'm just kind of in the middle about the whole thing, because I do understand that to get the support that I'm looking for, I have to voice that I'm in need of support. But then also, if you love someone and you see that I give you support when I try, or maybe I don't and I think I do, because the kind of support that I would give, it might not be what you're looking for, because I'm kind of maybe assuming that you're good. But I know myself and I know I don't do that. So I give you support, I'm expecting it back. I'm expecting you to also see when I need it and just be able to give it back. So I understand it from both sides of the spectrum. I'm expecting it without having to say, but maybe I need to say to receive it. And so I'm kind of here with it. I don't get offended because I know that I should probably voice this. But also I kind of feel a bit down sometimes when I think about the lack of support I get, because you know me well enough, or you should know me well enough to know that I'm in need of support. So why is it not being administered, even if it's just a message? I'm not expecting you. I'm not somebody who even cries in front of people. Like I think only 3 people have seen me cry in my whole life. In my whole entire life. I didn't cry when I left high school. I didn't cry on prom. I didn't even go to my high school prom. Like, I'm not a overly expressive person when it comes to sadness. When it comes to other emotions, cool. Anger, I can maybe show that. Other emotions, upset, this, that, frustration, yeah. Sadness, I don't want to show sadness in front of others. So I'm not even somebody who's going to cry on FaceTime and vent to you. And I've had friends like that, and I don't feel like I'm compatible with these kinds of friends if it's a frequent thing. But if it's every so often, I will be there for you, sister. It's just I don't have the capacity to be there for someone who's always doing this. And I'm not somebody who's always doing that. So I feel like I'm a fairly easy person to support, but I still don't get even the basic support because people assume that I'm okay. And I do not know why. I do not know if it's because they're seeing whatever I'm starting doing well, and so they assume it will just do well again. I don't know if it's because of how I present myself, so they think I'm always put together because I like to look presentable. I mean, if I'm gonna post, I'm probably gonna want to look presentable. Like, I don't know if it's that, and so they're seeing me online and they're taking that in instead of understanding who I am and who they know offline, who is the same person, mind you, but obviously I'm putting my best foot forward. Here's a bit different though. Here I'll be putting both foots forward because something like this I probably wouldn't post on TikTok. Side note, I'm drinking this mixture of coffee, tea, and herbs, and it is slapping right now. It's kind of helping my throat. My voice is really raspy. When I wake up, I sound like Pop Smoke, and so I just need something to kind of like simmer it down. And right now, my octave is all the way down here. I need it to come up a little bit. Having a raspy voice is not for the weak. I was on live the other day and somebody asked me, do you smoke? And I was blown, like, for the rest of the day, because I was just thinking, like, can a girl live and have a raspy voice? Can I live? Or anyways, let me just get to the second point. When I hit 10K followers on TikTok, only 3 people that I know in real life said congratulations. Take that in. Most of the congratulations that I got was from my online mutuals, people that know me online, people that have been watching my content, but my actual friends, oh, there was radio silence. Some of them even liked the video, but just didn't congratulate. And I've never been somebody to focus on what people do for me because I don't ever expect much from anybody. But when you hit such a big milestone and you know that you've been telling these people, I want to get to 10K, this is something that I want to do, and you don't even get a congratulation text, I don't want to be that person, right? Because I never assume that people are jealous of me, that people are wishing bad on me, but are you on my side or not? Because if it was you, I would be congratulating you. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not somebody who envies other people because I know that we're all on our own journey. We're all doing our own thing. You shouldn't be envying me because you're my friend and I don't envy you and I wish you the best. And so if it was you posting, I would be congratulating you. I'm not the friend who's going to go above and beyond and maybe get you a cake. If it's for 10K, if it's for a bigger one, maybe I would, but I wouldn't get you a cake or anything. I would at least send you a message and I would talk to you about it. I'm that friend who's going to take you to a dinner. I'm going to want to talk to you about how you feel and, you know, do you have any worries about your next steps going forward? I'm going to provide that listening ear. I'm the listening friend and I give advice. And being the listening friend who also somehow comes across like you have it all together, or people just don't assume you need support, I honestly don't know what it is. I'm going to say it's a mixture of both. When you don't even get a congratulations, which is the bare minimum, you just feel numb almost because you were kind of just expecting it, but you kind of had hope that your friends would simply congratulate you and they didn't. And so you're not surprised, but you're kind of like, what the flip is going on? I don't want to assume you're being malicious here, but why did you just not send a congrats text? I know the world doesn't revolve around me. Trust and believe, I know that. Like, I do not like asking for anything and I don't expect anything to be done for me. But this is something that I would do for you and this isn't much. So why can't you do it for me? After 10K, I was looking at a lot of people sideways, but for my own mental health, I decided to let those negative feelings go because, as I said, not everybody's against you and I'm soon going to hit 20K. So let's see how many people say congratulations then. Sometimes you just have to gather information and build your RICO case before you cut people off, because if it happens again at 20, then I know that, okay, maybe this person doesn't want the best for me. Maybe this person isn't happy with my success. Or maybe I'll cut you off then. See ya. Because guys, me also being the strong friend and not really feeling like I've got that support, which I feel like is such an important component of friendships, and relationships, it's made it so easy for me to cut people off because, ironically enough, my best friendships were when I was in high school. The friendships where I felt supported, the friendships where I felt like these people actually wish me well, they have my best interest at heart. I used to literally say to my friends, I love you. I don't say that anymore to my friends. I felt like these were my sisters. Like, those friendships were fulfilling. And I don't know if it was because I was too young to really understand what else plays a role in a good friendship. And maybe it was because I would see these people every single day. But when I was younger, my friendships felt like sisterhoods. Like, I felt fulfilled. And I don't know, like I said, if it's because I hadn't gained consciousness yet, but I was 16. And so I had some awareness of what I'm looking for in a friend, and they were fulfilling it. They were. My friends I had then, I loved those girls. I don't talk to anyone from high school anymore, but those were my sisters. And coming out of high school, going into college and further education, after high school, I didn't feel like I had a sister bond with anybody. Like, I recently I recently stopped being friends with my best friend, who I was best friends with from high school. But even with her, I felt like the relationship wasn't the same after high school on my end. Like, there was a time where I was going through a tough period and she didn't notice, but she did sit me down to kind of talk to me about like why I'd been distant. I just didn't feel supported in that. Like, I was going through a period of depression and I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, and she sat me down and she kind of made it all about herself. I feel like she, and I'm not talking bad about her, I wish her nothing but the best. Like, honestly, she's a lovely girl. I just didn't feel supported. I feel like she kind of didn't get into, well, she asked me, I think if I remember correctly, she asked me why I wasn't, texting her as much, why I was ignoring her on Snapchat. It was because I didn't have the energy to give after feeling drained, after feeling depressed. I didn't have the energy to give, and so I didn't want to come out and say that I was feeling depressed and anxious. And so I think I blamed it on family problems, and we kind of laughed about it. But I was literally dealing with depression. And she never noticed. She noticed I was acting off. And she was like, I think she even said I was thinking about, just kind of distancing and us being just like college friends. And I was thinking, why is that what your mind goes to after you're noticing your best friend acting weird? Because if it was her, I would have known. She would have, granted, she would have told me that, oh, I'm feeling depressed. And I would have known that she's feeling depressed because she's someone who was very open and vulnerable. And I love that about her. I wish that I was more open and vulnerable. And I don't know if that's why I'm not getting the support that I feel like I don't get, and the fulfillment that I feel like I don't get from my friendships. But she would have made it known to me. But even if she didn't, I'm very observant, so I would have known, because I feel like I know the girl. I would have, or knew her, I would have known, oh, my best friend is upset, my best friend is depressed. And I wouldn't have jumped to, does she have a problem with me? I don't feel like I would have jumped to that. And so, yeah, like, I don't even know where I was going, but okay. So yeah, we recently fell out. So I feel like after high school, I haven't had a bond since that I've been feeling fulfilled in, even with that friendship. It was because, again, I didn't feel like I was even listened to. Like, being a listening friend, and you're always being a listening ear for others, you learn how to take in people's problems and kind of bear them on your own back. When people come back to call you and update you about a situation, and they ask you, oh, do you remember what I told you? And you're like, yeah, I remember. And they still go over it. It's like, you kind of just feel like, am I just like a disposable place that you can put all your thoughts? Am I just somewhere that you can dump your problems on? And I've noticed that I'm not compatible with friends who feel like they need to tell their friends every single thing. And it's not because I don't care about your life. It is because if you're not the type of person who is willing to listen to me in that same way, then I'm tired of giving my listening ear to those people, to such people. I don't want to be friends with you. I can be friends with somebody who overshares a bit. But if it comes time for me to overshare and you seem bored and you don't really know how to respond, and it's, oh, back to you, or it's back to something funny we can both talk about, then it's like, I don't even know where I was kind of taking this, but I think the point I was trying to make was, because I haven't felt fulfilled in friendships for a long time, I find it very easy to cut people off. I find it easy to cut off people, even if we've been friends for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I've not felt that bond and that sisterhood after high school. And people told me coming out of high school that in university, in college, that's when you'll find, but particularly university, that's when you'll find your people. And I've not found my people. Have I found good people? Yeah. And I'm not saying that all the friends that I'm friends with now in uni didn't congratulate me, because I think only 2 did. But it's no shade to the rest. Like, genuinely, no hard feelings if they're even watching this, which I hope they are. I just feel like it's just me. It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. It's just me. I've just been like this for many years now, though. So I'm used to just being by myself and God. It's just me and God against the world. I'm used to not being supported. I'm used to not being checked on. I'm used to checking on others. I'm used to calling others and listening to their issues and taking them in and giving good advice, because I can give good advice, not to toot my own horn, but I'm used to being that friend. But who supports the listening friend? Who supports the therapist friend? Who supports us? Who? Because people just assume that we have it all together, because maybe we can give you good advice, or maybe we can listen in a way that shows that, or comes across like maybe we aren't dealing with our own things, because we can be so invested in what you're telling us, and we can feel empathy for you, and we can talk it out with you, and we can give you advice, but we're just doing what we've always done. There's nobody that does it for us, though. It's so rare that a listening friend has a listening friend. Normally, the listening friend just has a listening partner. And that's why I feel like people like me, when they get into relationships, they are obsessed with their partner, because that's when they finally feel like I'm being listened to. This person gets me. Anyways, back to what I was saying. When someone does something for me, I feel like it's transactional, and it makes me, an aspect of me, very calculated, in the sense that when I give, I don't expect anything back. But when I get something, I feel like I have to give you something back. Being this kind of person, it makes me really uncomfortable to receive gifts or to get something if I cannot give it back to you. Like, I do not like how it makes me feel. And it's not like I won't accept it. I'll accept it, because I know that if I don't, that's kind of rude. So I'll take the gift. I'll take the gift. It's not all the time that I'll try and do something for you, but if it's very big, I'll feel indebted to you. I am not okay with just accepting, with just receiving, with being cared for, with being taken care of. The only person I feel like I can accept this from is my big sister, and I love her so much. My older sister, she's such a giving person. When she does it, I think maybe because we're blood, it feels a bit different. But when it's just friends, and this hasn't happened often, granted, or even cousins, and they've given me something big, or they've done something for me that was big, I always feel like, okay, now I'm just waiting to pay you back for this. I don't feel like I can just take it and be like, they did this because they love me. I can accept that maybe that's why you did it, but I'm gonna want to pay you back. I'm gonna want to do, and I'm not talking about money, I'm gonna want to do something for you that equates to what you've done for me. And that is a result of not being supported, not feeling like you've ever just been supported by anyone. And guys, I do not want you guys to feel sad for me in the comment section, because that's another thing. I don't like being pitied. I might just take the video down if you do. I'm filming by my window, right? And there's windows in front of me, and someone's just come to the window and taken a picture, and I can see them, and they're like walking around now. But the way they did it was so weird, like and went away. From where I am, I can see into other people's rooms. From where they are, they can still see right into my room. So I don't know what that was about, but I'm just gonna ignore that. But anyways, all of this that I've explained, it makes up who I am. And it is sad, but do not pity me and don't feel bad for me, because I'm used to it, guys. Like, once I taste sisterhood again, because I know how it tastes. I've had sisters before. Like, I've had friendships that were fulfilling. I've had friendships where I felt like these are my sisters, but they were all before the age of 16 or by the age of 16. So I know how real sisterhood feels. I know how it's supposed to feel. I know how I'm supposed to feel. And once I feel that again, I will be a very happy girl. Like, everybody wants a relationship. Everybody wants a boyfriend. Everyone wants a girlfriend. I want a sister. I want a best friend. I'm gonna rush this outro because my storage is full. But thank you for watching, and comment down below video ideas that you want, or like things that you want to see me talk about, and I will be sure to get on that. Bye.